Good afternoon. This is the veteran from Trini. Today, we're going to have a small discussion and about life being married to an Asian. Okay, people wanted to know what's my secret to longevity because next month would be my 50th anniversary married to a woman from Thailand. And one of the things I always tell you, I never thought of my wife as being anything but a woman. That is the key. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a woman, regardless of where she comes from. Like I said, when I was in Thailand, I wasn't there looking for a wife or I was just there to work, do my job. I met her. We had nice conversations. I wasn't thinking of anything else. I was just a nice young lady I met. And eventually we got close. I wasn't out there to say, well, I'm going to get me a Thai lady or this and that. It was just being in Thailand that particular time. So I always think of my wife as a woman, not a Thai woman. People think of people from Asia and stuff as exotic, but that was not my outlook. I was looking for a young lady, and I met her. We got along together, and we decided to get married. I always treated, as far as being a man and a woman, as equals. We do things together. I didn't think of her as inferior. A lot of guys go with girls and they think because they're from the East, they're better than those people. I think of her as a woman and a fairly nice woman. So that's the way that we always been together. You know, Even today, my wife don't know how much I make or what I make because she knows that I give her a fair share, and if she needs something, I'll say okay. We save up and get it, and that's the way it was. You know, I didn't have to pay her any salary. I give her some money. If she ne- if she need extra money, I give her some. You know, and we built a good family with that attitude. So don't think you as people you're better than these people. No, you were born in the United States. A lot of us are born in the United States or migrated to the United States. I was fortunate enough to migrate at a very early age. And the opportunity you have in the United States is a lot, a lot. You don't realize how much benefit you have until you go around the world and see what people are living in. Now, what I've been looking at lately, and I'm being kind of annoyed at Americans, so even people from the West, England and Australia and New Zealand and all these places, in my opinion, if one's man opinion, they've been taking advantage of the people in the Philippines. The Philippines are some poor people that speaks English extremely well. And people in the Philippines are real poor. Right now, I don't know how long this has been going on for. It's been going on for years. But a lot of older gentlemen from the United States, England, New Zealand, Australia goes to the Philippines because the people in the Philippines are so poor, most of them, a lot of them are poor, that we believe all Westerners have money. So you have these Westerners going to the Philippines and attracting very young ladies, only has to be their granddaughters, and marrying these ladies because the women assume they have wealth. A lot of them are just pensioners, and they go down there and they're marrying these girls and get them pregnant. Some of them, they're dying. Some of them are dying as they get older. and leaving the girl flat broke. So instead of helping the Filipino get wealth, they're actually causing them more properties, more Asian kids being produced. So instead of the people in the Philippines getting wealthy, they're actually getting poorer. You know, example. I was watching one of the shows from YouTubers from the Philippines. Had a year previously brought this young lady in his channel, and it more or less introduced her because I guess she wanted some foreign boyfriends or something like that. So this guy who was married pursued her. I mean, he pursued her hard, but he was married, and after pursuing her for a few months, she got pregnant, and she was 21 years old. He's 52, and he got her pregnant. After he got her pregnant, he moved on. And he's still in the Philippines, but he's sending her something like $40 a month to help her take care of the child. $40 a month. You know, these guys are taking advantage of these young ladies. You know, also, all these guys are that way. And the show again, one show, they had a guy that's 86 years old. Oh, he looks good for 86. And his wife had died about 20 years ago. And he never remarried. And then he started, 4 years before he came to the Philippines, he started communicating with this woman. And they got along real well. I mean, this was not a poor woman. She had some property. She had some grown kids and everything. And they communicated for 4 years before he can get up to the Philippines. And they're doing real well. And they got along great. Because she was not a 20 or something. I don't know exactly how old she is. But she was not a young lady. So the age gap was not that great. Like I mentioned a previous episode about the 59-year-old who married a girl in the early 20s that after 2 years she wanted a divorce, because he treated her like she was a foreigner. It wasn't his wife. He thought he was superior to her. And those are the kind of things going on. Also, in the Philippines, we have another older gentleman. And when I say older, he's a few years younger than I. But I guess in the States, he had something like different parts of the world. He had something like 10 kids. And he wanted a Filipino baby. So he married her. And he doesn't have much of an income. So now he's he got something like $1,200 in emergency. And he got sick, and one of the YouTubers in the Philippines helped raise money for him and stuff like that. And wanted to account has he changed his plans? I was trying to set himself up so nothing like this would happen again. And he got mad and, started fighting with the guy on YouTube. YouTubers. This is a big field. There's opportunities all over YouTube. If you really want to push, you don't need to be fighting, especially with overseas. And YouTubers are fighting each other, talking trash about each other. Hey, this is a great platform. You could do a lot of things with the platform. Some people get monetized earlier, and some people never get monetized. You never know. There's no need fighting or being jealous of each other. You guys in the Philippines should try to help each other. My opinion is, this is one man's opinion. There's nothing wrong with trying to live in the Philippines and save yourself some money. But when you go down here and try to act like you're rich and you don't have any money, it's a terrible thing. You know, you leave these women flat and dry. When you're sick over 60, you have no reason to be having young kids with a 20-something-year-old woman and you're in your 60s. That is actually trouble. That is helping create more babies that won't have two parents. It's very important to have two parents family. A lot of even young and old Filipino gentlemen from the East are coming to the Philippines, getting a young lady pregnant and taking off. You know, it's not right. Some of the things they're doing. You know, there's nothing wrong with marrying an Asian woman or a younger one. Just take care of business. Just take care of your business. I can personally, I cannot see where a person is retired and have maybe about $1,200 a month in retirement, running the Philippines and trying to live in the Philippines when you have no real source of income. Because when you go to a foreign country, you should have money to live. You should be living good. A lot of military retirees are doing better because if they're a military retiree, they have income coming in, passive income, and plus they have a pension and then they can wait for Social Security if they're not drawing it as yet. But you have a lot of young guys going to the Philippines that have nothing. YouTube is a good system right now for some people, but this technology is changing. We don't know how long YouTube is going to be around for, and if you're young and you're dependent solely on YouTube, you're not thinking about your future. Now, if you have 250,000 subscribers or above that, and you're making fantastic money, I strongly recommend that you buy some stock or do something so you have income once YouTube is no longer viable. Passive income is very important to have passive income. Because like right now, I'm fortunate that I stayed an extra few years working, so now I have a couple of pension, and I can basically live wherever I want to. One of the most important thing is I'm living here in El Paso. My house is paid for, and plus I don't have to pay any property tax. That's a lot of incentives. I get a retirement from a school district. I got a retirement from the military, and Social Security. It's a small one, and also I'm disabled, so I basically live where I want to. Now, for a while, I was thinking of retiring in Thailand, but the air pollution over there is so bad right now, and plus, for health reasons, I don't want to go. And I thought of just going over there like in June. I'm scheduled to go in June just to look around and spend maybe about a month or so and see if I really like to come back or not, you know. But that's something I will have to deal with in the future, you know. But as I said earlier, we were talking about what helps with a marriage to an Asian. Don't think like you're married an Asian. Think you're married a woman. You know, and that's one of the things. Treat her fairly. Don't think that you're better than anybody. Like one of the reasons why I've treated my wife this way is because I know what it's like to be a minority. You know, like I said, when I first started going with my wife, one of her cousins said to her, "You're so pretty. Why you want to go marry why go hang around?" By that time we were still one married as yet. Why you hang around with a black man? And what my wife said, he's a very good man. So it makes no difference what he is. And that's one of the reasons we have stayed together, you know, because we're human beings. We look at each other as good people, you know. And I would say, yeah, I've been lucky. My wife with 3 kids of her own, and we had ups and downs. Yes, nothing's been perfect, but you know, I treat her with the goodness of my heart. You know, and that's all I can say is, you know, life is too precious to spend time being a racist. You know, life is good. I've had some very good friends. One thing people always ask me, which one make better wives, Filipinos or Thais? My wife and some people will get angry at me. Overall, I personally think Filipinos make better wives because, you know, first of all, it's easy to communicate with them, most of them. Also, they're more family oriented and they're hard workers. And they stick together as a community. Ties don't, you know. So I think Thai women make better wives. I have to say that. Make sure I don't say that too loud. But my wife a good woman. But I mean, I have to be honest. I've seen Filipinos come over here and work real hard. Now, it was school district. One of my teachers was actually a Filipina, and she came here. She wasn't trying to. She met a guy here, and she would work hard and stuff like that. But this guy mistreated her real bad. I mean, he didn't want to go nowhere, you know. He didn't want nobody to talk to her and stuff like that. Eventually, they got a divorce, and she's doing real well because she was dedicated to this man, and he mistreated her. And you know how the community is, Filipino community. They told her, "Hey, you need to get rid of him." Filipinos have strong communities, you know. So I am a lucky individual, and The next 4 years here in the United States is going to be telling. You know, we don't know what's going on. You know, but all I can tell you is I hope you guys understand that we are all human beings. Some people were lucky to be born in different places. Some wealthy, some rich, some very poor. But we are all human beings. And if we treat each other well, we make the world a better place. Again, all I could say is my videos, some have done well, some have you never know with YouTube. But I do this to keep busy, and I could also use a few subscribers, And YouTube, you never know what's gonna take off. You make a video and hope for the best, because everybody have different tastes. I've tried different things. I thought was excellent, but viewership was low. You never know what to expect. So I'm just hoping I could use some new subscribers. As I said, if this channel is to work with other people, let people know that anybody could start a YouTube channel. There's an audience for everybody. And in May, I'm actually in March, spring break, I've booked a flight. Me and my daughter, and then we'll probably go to Las Vegas. So I'll be making a couple of videos from out there in March, early March. I don't know what the content is going to be about. I have no idea. Like when I got up, I've been thinking I've made a video in a few days, just thinking. The more I think, then I change my mind. I don't know. So right now I'm just spilling out stuff as it comes to my thoughts. But if somebody's looking for a good place to live at a reasonable price, and you don't want to go overseas, or you're going to try El Paso. El Paso is a good place. It has everything you need here in El Paso. You're close to the border if you want to run across to Juarez, Mexico. I saw that out of El Paso, they had a couple detention flights leaving, So, I haven't seen that much, what do you call it, immigrants running around El Paso. But I sympathize a little with the refugees, because people that live in the United States don't understand sometimes how poverty is hell. Poverty is hell to be poor. And people do anything to feed their kids and their family. So don't be too hard on the immigrants. Give them a break every once in a while. So stop snitching. Let the immigrant ICE do their job. Don't help them out. It's not anti-American to be doing that. These people are trying to get a break in life. So give them a hand. Be nice to them. So This is the veteran Trini wishing everybody a good day. See you soon. But in my next video, I'm gonna tell you guys some exciting story of how things been going. So everybody take care.